there, I'm Celine and welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, we are going to be talking about my Bible collection. Don't ask me why I decided to do this now in June in the middle of the year, but usually I like to do these types of videos at the beginning of the year just so that it can be an annual thing. But kind of like my last video, today I just all of a sudden decided to film. And so I grabbed my Bibles and I sat down and here we are. So luckily this is a very kind of themed video and I don't really have, you know, a lot of points to make, I guess. And so hopefully I don't get as sidetracked in this video, but we'll see. Somehow it always happens still. But anyhow, this collection is relatively small in my opinion. I really decided to start like actively collecting Bibles like probably a year ago. Of course I've been gifted Bibles over the years and I've kept them, but I really started going out like whenever I would go thrifting or going to bookstores or Barnes and Noble. Like I always stop in the Bible section to look and see if anything new has come up or if there's an older one that I like. So I'm always looking out for them. So this has definitely grown a little bit since I actively started collecting them, and I don't know, it's become something like kind of important to me because I mean you can never have too many Bibles in a house. So yeah, we have 8 I believe to go through, so I think we shall go ahead and get started. Starting off with, this is not my first Bible, but this is my prayer Bible, which I do have an entire video on. It's actually my most viewed video on this channel, so thank you to everybody who watched that. That was crazy. And I still get comments and, you know, everything on that video, and I enjoy having conversations with you guys in the comments. So anyways, this one, like I said, I have a video on it and I have lots of tabs in here, and if you don't know what a prayer Bible is, check out that video that I posted. But kind of in short, you just put in tabs and look up verses that go along with a certain theme. So let's just say with this periwinkle color, I marked as identity. So then I went through and found verses that specifically talk about identity. And so in a time that I might be struggling with, you know, placing my identity, or if I get sidetracked on that, I can come back to this and be like, okay, let me specifically look at examples in the Bible on what it says about identity, or if a friend or, you know, a family member is struggling with that, there are various topics in here that I can just quickly reference and, you know, be in prayer about. So in the beginning, like the first couple pages here, I can't really show it now because I've written in here, but I have like main things that I am in prayer about. So like main, like big overall, just kind of like for the year prayers, and then another section for like family, just kind of smaller prayers, things that I can be praying about. So that kind of changes with the seasons, you know, if I have a friend who needs prayer for a certain thing, that kind of thing. So this is something that I kind of reference a bit. I haven't in a little bit actually, but when I am like fully out of this rut that I'm in, that I talked about in my last video, I will hopefully be back to using this a lot, because a few months ago, like when I initially made this, I used it a bunch after I first made it. So that is this one, and this Bible is actually a little bit special to me because this Bible was gifted to me by a church that I went to when I was in high school, and that was really when I became a Christian. So this Bible is special to me in that way, and now I get to pretty much carry it around with me everywhere. And I forgot to mention that this is a Christian Standard Bible translation, and this is by Holman. It's a relatively like small Bible, which is why I chose for it to be my prayer Bible, just so that it can be portable and just kind of like quick to reference. Like I don't have to lug around a huge Bible. So that is that one. And then the next one, this was my first Bible. And this is by Zonder Kids. This is an NIV. I believe this is the only NIV Bible that I own. This is the Faith Girls Bible, and it is a little like, the binding is like pretty loose on this, and there is writing in these pages, and like, okay, when I say writing, scribbles. I was a little girl when I had this, and like the pages are like all creased and have been folded. Me now, I would never do that. Okay, this is me when I was a little girl and didn't take the best care of things, but this one was given to me by my mom, and so it's special to me. And I've had this one for probably, what is the date in here? 2008. So let's see. I have had this for about 16 years. That's crazy. Yeah, so this is my oldest Bible. But this one I will always keep just because it's special, and I don't read from this one anymore. Maybe I should, because there are a lot of like little, since it's geared towards like a young reader, there's a lot of little tidbits in here and extra pieces to help you understand the Bible. So maybe I'll take a, look at this one of these days, but this is probably one of my most special Bibles. This next one I recently found, and I think it's so cool. So this one was printed in December of 1987, and this is the New Testament. It's not the entire Bible, but it is the New Testament in English and Korean. So I can show you on wherever. Here you can see Matthew chapter 5, you have the English, and then you have the Korean translation. So part of my family is Korean, so I thought that this was really cool, and I am always thinking that I will eventually learn Korean to speak with my grandparents. I can speak in English with them, but I don't know, it's interesting. I'd like to eventually one day conquer that and learn the language, because it's just nice to know different languages. So yeah, this is the, I don't know what translation is. What translation is it? It doesn't really say if it's like supposed to be ESV or anything like that. Yeah, it's just a translated version of the New Testament, and so this will be cool if one day I do eventually learn Korean, that I can have the English like right next to it and try to read it in Korean. So I thought that this was really fun and a really interesting find. It's not like, I mean, it's got like some marks here on the side and everything, but I really don't mind, and I was so excited to find this one. This next one was my everyday Bible when I was junior to senior year of high school. So it hasn't been out of use for that long. This one I still do pick up here and there, but it's just, it's not my favorite, I'll be honest. It is an ESV by Crossway. ESV is my favorite translation of the Bible. That's just like what is most comfortable. To be honest, I think like the easiest to read really is like the Christian Standard Bible, but I I don't prefer that one. So yeah, ESV is my favorite translation, and this was my everyday Bible in the last couple years of high school. And I did write on the side, this is how I fight my battles. I like writing little things on the spine. I don't know, I like getting creative with it. And this is supposedly a journaling Bible. The only thing is that they give you like margins on the side to write on, but I really wanted to like go get super creative with this Bible. And I mean, I do have like notes and everything in here. I definitely still did write in here, but I would have done more of that if the pages were thicker. When something says it's a journaling Bible, I expect the paper to be a little thicker, but this one is like, the pages on this are thin. Okay, this is not like you're gonna see whatever you write on the back of the page. Like, you're just not gonna get around to that. So sometimes I would have a hard time whenever I was trying to write in it, you know, not being able to write on the back side, because it would just get super messy and you wouldn't be able to really properly see what was being written, because it would like overlap with whatever I wrote on the back. So yeah, this one, it still was, you know, great for me in the couple of years that I used it, but I don't really use this one that much anymore, just because I don't know, I feel like the size is a little bit awkward. It's square, and just something about it is just, it's not my favorite Bible. I'll say that. The cover is very pretty, and I will always keep this because this was like a timestamp in my life, where my junior year in high school, I think, was probably my most like spiritually rich time of life, I'll say. Junior, senior year, those were good times, okay? Those were good times with my relationship with the Lord. And you know, I'm 21, okay? But my couple years out of high school now, I have definitely had some seasons where I have had very spiritually rich times, but if you watch my last video, you know that I've been kind of going through a rut that I'm slowly, by the grace of God, getting out of. But yeah, this just reminds me of that time when we were close, okay? The Lord and I were close, and the goal is to get back to the Celine who was writing in this Bible. So yeah, this one is special in its own way, but I just don't really reference it that much because the paper is thin and I don't love this like square shape. Next, this Bible was given to me by a very dear friend of mine. I got this for my birthday, let's see, 2 years ago now from her. This is the MacArthur Study Bible. This is by far like the chunkiest Bible I have. Like, should anybody like intrude, they're getting smacked with this. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay. But I mean, this is a hefty boy. So the MacArthur Study Bible, this has pretty large print actually. This one I do is like, it's on my rotation of Bibles that I read from. So this one is not my daily one, but I reference it relatively often. It's like a gray cloth bound ESV, right? This is ESV. Yes, it's ESV. And this one can feel a little bit overwhelming sometimes, just with all of the, okay, you have the entire Bible here for one, and then you also have, it's nice to have this, like there's maps, and then like the Bible's on like the top like half of the page, and then on the bottom half is like commentary, and sometimes that can just like get super overwhelming to look at. But this one is really like informative, and I really like this one for really like studying. And so I'm grateful to my friend for giving me this one. she said that it was a great help to her, and so she wanted to pass it along to me because she knows ESV is my favorite. So yes, this one I have written my firm foundation on it. So I wish I'd picked a different color, but it's done now, so that is what it is. But this one is definitely pretty heavily used. Okay, if I am to pick a favorite one, this is probably my favorite Bible. Yeah, okay. This is the Illuminated Bible by Crossway in ESV. Get ready. This is my prettiest Bible, and I love it. Okay, this is like the outside box, but let me take out the actual Bible. Look at her. Look at this. I love this one so much. This Bible, I actually don't write in, and I don't highlight. I don't put any tabs in it because I want to keep it pristine. I have written in the first page, I think, like that this Bible belongs to. Oh no, I still have not done that. Maybe I should. I'm gonna write in here like at least the year that I got it. When did I get this? I got this last year, probably in March, I think. But anyways, this one is just, it's absolutely gorgeous. It has like gold foiling, the gold edges, and it's single column, which I really enjoy single column Bibles. Like this one is just, I love reading from this one, but whenever I do, I bring out like one of my other Bibles so that if I come across something that I want to take a note on, or I want to highlight, or what have you, I will have a second Bible out to do that in, because I have not had the heart to write in this one because it's so beautiful, but it still gets used. But it's just, I love this one so much. On the back it says, "The unfolding of your words gives light." Psalm 119, 130. So this is just, it's gorgeous. I will forever cherish this one. There is one there's a burgundy version of this, and then there is also a green version, which I recently saw, and I almost got it because green is my favorite color. I definitely still do love this like navy blue version. It feels like very much, a lot of like old books have this like navy blue and gold foiling detail, but if I could go back, I'd pick the green one. But yeah, this one stays in its box. It still gets used, but it is not getting written in. This is probably the only Bible that I have that has not, and probably will not, be written in. This one is my daily Bible, I guess you could say. Like I said, I do like to bring out different Bibles. I like to switch it up, but this is the one that gets brought out most of the time. This is from Hosanna Revival. I did find this at Barnes & Noble though. It is a Christian Standard Bible translation. So that is why I am on the hunt for a new daily Bible, because for one, I really would like to have a soft cover, like leather bound Bible. All of mine are hardcover. This is the Bible here, and all the ones except for my prayer Bible, they're all hardcover, which I tend to prefer. And I always, like with books, I have a preference to buying the hardcover versions of them just because they hold up better. But I don't know, whenever I was using my prayer Bible like consistently, I started noticing how I really enjoy the feel of like a soft cover, and I really want to find a nice ESV leather soft bound Bible for my new daily Bible. So I have a couple in mind, but we'll see which one I actually end up going for. But anyhow, this one right here, again, Christian Standard Bible Translation. I did write on the side here, My Firm Foundation, and this one, you might not be able to see it on camera, but there are a couple of coffee stains, which, you know, luckily actually this pattern is very like kind of watercolor splotchy a little bit, so it kind of like, it fits, it works. But this one is not in pristine condition. The pages, a couple of them have gotten bent, which breaks my heart a little bit, but I'm getting over it. It definitely gets written in a bunch and highlighted, so a couple of the pages, they're just very like rippled because of how much they've gotten marker on them. But you know, this one I do enjoy. This is single column. Is a single column Bible, which I really do enjoy. So overall, this Bible has been great, but it would be just even better if it were ESV. Next Bible I recently picked up at a used bookstore. So it's an older one. This one was published, like printed in 1965. This one would qualify as something that I would put into my hope chest. However, this is something that I want to reference now myself, so this is staying on my shelf. So this is the Young Reader's Bible Revised Standard Version, and this is a pretty big one. I think this is probably my biggest Bible. It's not like super thick, but you can see it's got its wear and tear on it. This is from 1965, and this has the entire Bible, but it also has, like, this is really for, like, this would be great for homeschooling, just to have a lesson plan like on daily like Bible study, but it just has like illustrations and maps throughout it, and just kind of like some fun like workbook, like not really workbook, but just like kind of questions that you would go into, like let's say you got a devotional book for your small group at church, and you would read a passage from the Bible and then kind of answer questions all together. That's kind of like what's in here. So I thought that was really cool. So like I said, this is really good for families with children. So this will definitely get a lot of use in the future, but I am definitely going to be referencing this myself as well. Like in the beginning here on each book, it says it has an introduction to each book, and then at the end it has kind of like a summary, conclusion, thoughts, and questions that you might have. So this is really interesting, and this was really cool to find. So that is it for this video. Those were all the Bibles I have for now. Like I said, this collection will definitely be growing in the months and years to come, so I'm excited to see where this collection goes. But each of these Bibles are like, they're very special to me in their own way, and they're each kind of, I feel, a timestamp in my life, and it's interesting to look back on the notes that I have made previously in different Bibles. So yeah, this is a collection that I really enjoy. So yeah, like I said, I'm on the hunt for a new daily Bible, so if you have a favorite one that you love, definitely let me know in the comments, and I will look it up and put it on the contender list while I'm trying to decide on what new Bible I am going to invest in. So let me know that in the comments, and put a cross emoji If you made it to the end of this video, just pop that in your comment so that I know you watched to the very end. I don't know how long this one is. It might be a shorter one compared to my other ones. I've only been filming for like an hour, so usually I'm sitting down here filming for 2 hours and then it gets cut down and abbreviated to a 20 to 30 minute video. So we'll see how I did on this one, but let's hope. This is 2 weeks in a row that I have filmed and uploaded a video, so hopefully I can keep this up as I get back into the groove of things. But thank you so much for being here. I hope this video was an encouragement to you in some way, and I will see you in the next one. Have a very, very blessed day. Bye for now.